Hi there, welcome to Musically Yours. I'm Deirdre Mallehe, introducing Canadian talent on the show. And on today's episode, we've got Glenn Williams, a singer, songwriter, and also a very good supporter of all what I do musically. Thank you very much for being on the show, Glenn. Welcome.
Pleasure.
And you started playing the guitar when you were 12 and
Exactly.
the piano when you were 15. So was there a pressure to learn these instruments or just the natural love of it?
It was a natural love of it, of my own volition, really, you know. And I was inspired by other people. And a friend of my father's, actually when I was 11, brought in a guitar, a person my father used to work with, and he played like a Woody Guthrie song. And that sort of turned me on to it. And when I was 12, I just said to my parents, well, can I have a guitar? And they purchased one for me. So that's how it started, really.
And your first band?
Yes, a band called the Moonstones. We were like a trio. You know, it was an early period, let's put it that way. And then I went on, I played in another band for a while, a quartet called the Synthetic Society. And then there was Walsh, Williams, and Anderson. That was the most important group I was in. We were a trio, we played together for about 4 or 5 years. And then there was one other group called A Touch of Grass, and I traveled on the road with them for almost a year. Sort of a bluegrass country rock band. We used to play material by the Eagles and the Beatles and so on and so forth. So that's my early musical experiences.
Now, and you said you were traveling, and is there a very sort of an experience you could share on the show, a very memorable one? Hopefully humorous too.
Yeah, probably when I was with Touch of Grass, it was, we used to play a place, now it's not there anymore, it's called the Gold Rush Saloon. And there was straw all over the floor, you know, and it was like, back in those days, we used to have a lot of 5- and 6-night gigs available, especially if you were a member of the Musicians Union, right? And so, yeah, it was an interesting place to play, and we eventually became like regulars there. And I just used to get a kick out of that audience, you know, maybe because it was a, you know, sort of a semi-rural area. But that stands out in my mind, playing that place. And there was another gig I did with my trio, Walsh, Williams, and Anderson, the Halton Hotel in Oakville, but it's not there anymore. We played there for almost 4 months at a stretch. So this is the kind of thing I was doing. You know?
And what do you think of the fan base?
Probably had more of an established fan base with my trio, Walsh, Williams, and Anderson, because we played together a lot, and we played like folk concert series, you know, in high schools and stuff like that. And that's sort of how we built our fan base. And then people would follow us around. And like a lot of young people today, we used to organize our own concerts too. We'd rent a hall somewhere, and then we'd perform. And that's when you really count on your fan base. And usually we could fill those venues.
So now that you're going solo, do you think they have followed you through, Glenn?
Not quite the same way, because I'm an independent artist and I don't have the backing of a major record label. But I find that just through distributing the CD myself and through these responses I get from friends, by word of mouth it spreads, you know, and just the fact that I have my work out there available in digital format and on iTunes and Amazon.com. People are sampling the work, or streaming it, I guess they call it today, right? So yeah, it's coming, and I've succeeded now in getting it into some library collections, like the Mississauga Library has 4 copies, the Toronto Public Library accepted it, at York University, my former alma mater, they have a copy there too, and the CBC Radio Library. So. Yeah, and that way people can access your CD, they don't have to pay for it.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
they don't have to pay to watch Glenn Williams on Musically Yours right now.
Now that we've begun to look beyond ourselves and see the world as one, and so confront our fears, look in the mirror, what do you see? Are you all that you can be? A comedy, a tragedy for all to see. We'll find a world within ourselves. We'll find the hope within this well. the inner voice within us dwells. It says that no one else can do it, no one else can see you through it. Looks like no one else can change your state of mind for all this time, for all this time, for all this time. Now that we've been together, sailing through stormy weather, souls intertwined forever, surely we'll find a brighter day. Here in this bay, we'll find a world within ourselves. We'll find the hope within this well. The inner voice within us dwells. It says that no one else can do it, no one else can see you through it. Looks like no one else can change your state of mind for all this time, for all this time. Now that we've been together, sailing through stormy weather, souls intertwined forever, surely we'll find a brighter day. Surely gonna find a brighter day.
Welcome back to Musically Yours. I hope you did enjoy Glenn Williams, who is also a music teacher.
Yes, I taught guitar, piano.
Taught guitar, you don't teach it anymore?
I still do. I'm
Oh,
teaching
okay.
now, but on my own. I was with a private music school for a short period of time, but now I'm teaching on my own. I've been teaching, I guess, for about a total of 15 years, but I did take breaks, you know, simply because I'm creative and that's where my priority is. So I've taken breaks from teaching. The last major teaching gig I had was a school called the Real School. It's like a private school, and this is back in the 80s, and I taught there for 5 years, guitar, piano, and theory. My piano playing has lapsed a little bit, so I focus mostly on guitar now and teaching guitar. So I have a few students. You know.
But you did advanced studies in piano and harmony.
I did, yes, through a private teacher, first of all, when I was about 19, simply because I realized there were limitations in terms of my ear. So this is why I went on to do further studies, just to improve my pitch memory, things like that. And eventually I applied to York as a mature student when I was 27 and managed to get in there. And I was very lucky, very lucky. Humbling experience.
So you're drawn into music, lyrics writing, and penning those beautiful songs you sing. So what inspires you to do so?
I think it's just things I see around me. It's a way of reconciling myself sort of with the world and what I see, you know. And it's a way of telling a story, and it's more compelling because you have the music to support it, right? So I think it's a way of, I think it provides you with that sort of psychological balance, you know. So you can get the message out there. You can communicate that feeling through music in a way that we can't even do now through this conversation, right? Because music is, I think in some ways it's very compelling way to get the message.
And a language of its own.
Exactly, yeah.
And you're also a freelance writer. It's not just music.
I published, I'm mostly in the art history field because I have an MA in art history. I'm ashamed to say I haven't published since December 2004, but I have publications out there on the Art Index, the electronic database, and I still forward proposals, but it's hard to open up opportunities, you know.
Sure.
So, but I'm still interested in writing, and maybe eventually I will publish again. But my preoccupation right now is songwriting.
Exactly,
You know,
and
it's
we are
that's-
just happy to have you here, a very talented Glenn Williams on Musically Yours.
Got a heart just for you. With every song that I sing, with all the joy that you bring. Got a heart just for you. Don't understand it at all. Guess I'm in for a fall. Got a heart just for you. Got a heart just for you. Got a heart just for you. But you're so hard to get near. Despite all your fears, got a heart just for you. It's so hard to define. Thoughts converge and collide. Got a heart just for you. Got a heart just for you. You can laugh, you can fly. Let your dreams be your guide. Any day, any time, you can open up your mind to a world far beyond, or a time past and gone. Search for light, every road, every sign. Got a heart just for you. After all we've been through, revived and renewed, with a heart just for you. Got a heart just for you. Nothing more could be true, 'cause I got a heart just for you.